healed from, or you have experienced all these things that you would want to share to someone else. Unasema, if I would prevent this pain from getting to another person, if I would prevent this condition ipate mtu mwingine, I'm ready to talk to, and this is a show for you. So in today's show, we are going to have Nurse Rose. We had her for the first episode where she told us about the importance of kidneys, kidney health, how do we prevent ourselves, and today we are going to talk about stages, lifestyle condition, and as a nurse, Karibu tena. It's another episode that we are going to talk about kidney health. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. And is your nurse companion, Caroline Wanjiru Mwangi, ready to update you more about health. How can we prevent some illnesses? People who have gone different journeys of health, and they can share our stories. So if you are a medic, if you have a life condition that you got healed from, or you have experienced all these things that you would want to share to someone else, unasema if I would prevent this pain from getting to another person, if I would prevent this condition ipate mtu mwingine, I'm ready to talk to, and this is a show for you. So in today's show we are going to have Nurse Rose. We had her for the first episode where she told us about the importance of kidneys, kidney health, how do we prevent ourselves, and today we are going to talk about stages, lifestyle condition, and as a nurse umetoka shule engineering, why should I take nursing, nephrology nursing? So tune in, take some notes, kindly share the link, share the video, and please, after the video, go back, look for Rose, get the book Nurse Guide, and you'll learn about kidney health. So let's get started. Karibu sana. So we have seen the signs, the early signs that you can anza na dandruff, sometimes headache, and ukianza ku retain mkojo ni unakuta urea inaanza ku affect even the skin, inaanza kuwa nyeusi na dry. Umesema hadi kwa wasichana tunaweza poteza menses zipotee.
Exactly.
And when you diagnose it when you're pregnant, maybe we got hypertension on the fat in a skyrocket, and now you get to a place that now your kidneys are affected. As a mom, how do I even go about it at the beginning?
This team, it's called a multidisciplinary effort. Now you start, you need an obstetrician, a nephrologist. You need not to be handled with care. You need to be handled with extra care. We want to make sure that
of kidney health, how do we prevent ourselves, and today we are going to talk about stages, lifestyle condition, and as a nurse umetoka shule engineering, why should I take nursing, nephrology nursing? So tune in, take some notes, kindly share the link, share the video, and please, after the video, go back, look for Rose, get the book Nurse Guide, and you'll learn about kidney health. So let's get started. Karibu sana. So we have seen the signs, the early signs that you can anza na dandruff, sometimes headache, and ukianza ku retain mkojo ni unakuta urea inaanza ku affect even the skin, inaanza kuwa nyeusi na dry. Umesema hadi kwa wasichana tunaweza poteza menses zipotee.
Exactly.
And when you diagnose it when you're pregnant, maybe we got hypertension on the first trimester, BP ndizo hizi, alafu with pregnancy zinakujanga tu zina skyrocket, and now you get to a place that now your kidneys are affected. As a mom, how do I even go about it at the beginning?
This team, it's called a multidisciplinary effort. Now you start, you need an obstetrician, a nephrologist. You need not to be handled with care. You need to be handled with extra care. We want to make sure that we try and conserve this pregnancy to term, and also we are looking at your safety, and especially if it is towards the end. But if it is very, very early, you can be told about the options that you have and the danger that you have to carry on with that pregnancy. So, but all in all, the aim is to try and conserve the life of the two, but it is not advisable for the one who has not yet gotten pregnant to start now trying to get pregnant while they are on dialysis. In as much as you can be able to keep away, just keep away, because you'll be putting your life in danger.
What are you keeping away from pregnancy?
Of course, through contraception.
All right.
And also sometimes the hormones, they just go down themselves. If you don't have a regular cycle, that means your fertility is low, and even if you engage, you'll not be pregnant in any way.
Okay.
Sisi
Yeah.
tunajua tukisema kidneys imekuwa na shida ni type moja. Kuna different types of conditions. Sasa juu umekuja mashinani kutuambia about kidney health. Kuna different kind of conditions ama different types of kidneys ama sisi wote tunakuanga na shida moja tukianza ndivyo tufike mtu afike dialysis.
Okay. Wow, that's a very good question. I'd like to talk about the categories of kidney disease, and then we talk about the types of kidney disease. It will help the viewer understand better. So we have the category, like how, like, it's just like the way you can ask, so kidney disease yako ilikuja aje? So for some, they are born with some problems that put them at risk of kidney disease. So some are issues during the time of embryogenic development, or rather bado kama uko kwa tumbo ya mama, some cells, they didn't go at the right place at the right time, and so you find that you're getting issues that are going to cause you kidney problems in the future. That's why we encourage mothers to go for ultrasounds when they are pregnant, so that we can be able to see some of these problems early enough. So there are those causes that are congenital, those ones you're born with. There are also other causes that are caused by inflammations, and others that are caused by autoimmune condition, just like your own cells. You know, the body is made up of so many cells that make the body. So sometimes the cells just decide to fight one another, just the way siblings can be born by the same mother, but they are left together in the house and they start fighting. So sometimes our own cells, they fight each other, and they just say, like, you don't deserve to be in this body, you also don't deserve to be in this body. So when that fight comes,
Yeah.
it happens in different body systems. Like, you see, the people with asthma, sometimes it's as a result of those fights. We call them autoimmune issues. So when it comes to the kidney, you get a condition called lupus nephritis, and that is one of our common cause of a category of kidney disease. It is just caused by just cells deciding they can't agree, they cannot stay together in one house. So that is an autoimmune cause of
Yeah.
kidney disease. Also, we have some of the kidney issues that come maybe as a result of just being, now this one now takes us to the types of kidney disease, like you asked. So we have two types of kidney diseases. The others are just categories. Now we have two types of kidney disease, and it is there are ways to describe them. We have one called the acute, and we have another one called the chronic. Acute means today you are very much okay at work. If you sell minji at Kirinyaga market, you are here on the market day and you are just fine. But then and that is on a Friday, maybe it's a market day in Kirinyaga. But then on Monday, tunasikia story. Did you know Mama Wairimo is undergoing dialysis at Kirinyaga Hospital?
Wondering how.
Asi tulikuwa na yeye, hata alibaki na change yangu Friday. Yani it just happens gradual, and the next thing you're on dialysis and nobody prepared you for it.
Yeah.
So, and also we have another type that it is pole, slowly. You don't feel it. Maybe all you know is that mimi nakuanga na pressure, mimi nakuanga na sukari, and you carry on with life 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You just carry on with your diabetes and hypertension, and then at some point, those symptoms I was talking about, maybe they start showing pole. And if you're lucky, you have a very good doctor and you're very faithful to your clinic, and they always do some tests on you, they can start preparing you and telling you, Mama, see the way we are seeing, slowly your kidneys are going down, and now we need to start preparing you on the kidney failure journey, where you will need to be prepared like this and like that, and the diet you need to adjust like this, and then you transition to dialysis. But for some, they are not lucky enough to be taught the journey or to be prepared. Yes, you're on diabetes, hypertension, but then you don't understand how you land on kidney failure, because most of the healthcare workers, sometimes maybe we are busy or something, or you assume the other person, I expect the other person already told you. So today I'm just going to take your BP, give you a medicine and go. Sometimes we don't have time to educate our patients on the complications that they can get, maybe when they are on diabetes, when they are on hypertension, because this type of kidney disease that I'm calling the chronic, it is very common on people who are on diabetes and high blood pressure, and especially if you don't know what you're supposed to do. As now that niko na pressure, what am I supposed to do? So what? So okay, so the types: acute and chronic. There is this one that comes very fast,
Chronic.
there is this other one that comes so slowly. So now talking about this one that comes very fast. Kwani what's that makes someone just get kidney
Yeah.
failure like that?
All of a sudden, yeah.
All of a sudden. We talk about it in terms of things that happen away from the kidney system. That's one. Things that happen within the kidney itself,
Mm-hmm.
and things that happen below the level of the kidneys.
Wow.
So things that happen away from the kidneys, things that happen inside the kidney itself, and things that
Mm-hmm.
happen below the level of the kidney. The way we draw the structure of the kidneys.
Yes, yes.
There is what happens inside the kidney and causes that kidney failure. And then below, that means huko kwa hizi tubes, kwa hiyo bladder, huko kwa exit, anything that happens hapo below, it can cause us that kidney failure ya pap. Okay, so these things that happen away from the kidneys are things like severe bleeding. You are just going for a wedding, and then you get a car crash, you get a road accident, and then you are bleeding seriously.
Yeah.
By the time you're getting
Okay.
that casualty, maybe those people are not prepared to handle an emergency. They're wasting all the time. No one is checking what. Then by the time they are handling you, the time they are stabilizing you, maybe after 8 hours or after 12 hours, your urine starts going down, and then you start getting swollen. Your body starts getting swollen, and then you start even having difficulty in breathing. You just become sick. Some people are just taken to ICU direct.
Na watu wataangalia oxygen na kila kitu na lungs, lakini nobody is checking the kidney health.
Nobody is checking the kidney, yeah. But at some point when they check the kidneys, they realize, oh, those my electrolytes. You remember the yellow that removes whatever we
Yes.
don't need, all those my potassium that you don't need. You realize now we are already having those my potassium that we don't need. They are actually very high. So if you are lucky enough to be in a hospital that has the dialysis services, which we are going to talk about what is this dialysis. Now you're taken in for dialysis, unaoshwa that kidney, whatever we are going to talk about, how the dialysis happens, and then they are going to do that for you for maybe 3 days. Then after 3 days, if you had gone unconscious, you start coming back to life, your urine starts coming out, the swelling starts going back, you start becoming like your previous self. And then after that, undergoing the dialysis for 3 days, maybe your kidneys just become stable, because now they have already maybe transfused you the blood that you had lost. They have given you the fluid that you had lost, and now your kidneys are good to go. However, now after that, you become a candidate of getting that other kidney disease that doesn't heal. You may survive now, you may survive several years, and of course you need to be on clinic. You have to be coming for clinic on clinic. Remember, your blood pressure from that day on, your blood pressure might start now misbehaving slowly because already the kidney has been injured kiasi. So your blood pressure might want some medication, but you might need some clinics. You must stop the salts, you must now comply. You must lead a different life kidogo from the way you used, but of course at least now you have survived. But if you're not in a hospital where all these services have been done and all this education, of course we might lose you. Not because you just had the accident, it is just because you had the accident, you got the kidney issues, nobody noticed, and of course now we are going to lose you. Okay. So bleeding includes that mama who goes for maternity. Just
Yeah.
go, umeshukwa nywele za kwenda maternity, everything is ready, the kabati
Yeah.
is ready, umeacha umepanga mchele ile itakuliwa na wale watoto wadogo. Now you are
Imagine.
focusing on going to the labor ward to deliver your baby, and then boom, things happen and you are bleeding all over the place. There is no ambulance, there is no what, all those stories, and then all that bleeding. Now you get into that those symptoms. Urine goes down, and then nobody's noticing. By day 3, your body is swollen, you're getting confused, and you're getting unconscious. That's when now they are rushing you to ICU, and maybe we can just lose you at any point. Now we can lose you at any point. Or if you're lucky enough, you'll get to the dialysis, you'll be dialyzed, and you'll come out, and you'll be good to go. However, now also you become a candidate of getting the other kidney disease. Also now you can also get burns. If you
Okay.
get burnt, a
Mm,
big part of your body, you lose
mm,
a lot of fluids from your body. So when you
mm.
lose a lot of fluids from your body, now that one is a cause of dehydration, and that dehydration can progress now to becoming kidney failure.
Wow. So that's the outside the
That
kidney.
is outside the kidney because we've not touched the kidney itself. That is what
Yes.
is causing kidney failure, pap, outside
Mm,
the kidney.
okay.
Sawa? Also the
Yeah.
babies who get diarrhea and vomiting.
Ah, very common, yeah.
Yes, the babies who get diarrhea and vomiting, you just take them to the ka private hospitali there, because you don't want to go and queue for long hours at the government hospital. You don't want my issues to do with the SHA and SHIF. You just go to whatever. So your baby is vomiting, diarrhea. They will not do any blood works. They will not do any further assessment. You just be given your ORS and just go back home. And then maybe you're busy on your phone. You don't even care to see how the baby is doing. And you're continuing to waste time. It happens within hours. It happens within hours. So by the time the baby we are getting in the evening, the baby is just looking at you and they are not responding. By the time you're taking them to a serious hospital where people know what they are doing, when they are doing the test, they're going to realize that already the damage has already been done, because nobody saw that this diarrhea and vomiting could lead to kidney problems. So that's where now the baby is told now they have kidney failure. So now the
So
baby is
niulize
under
daktari
dialysis.
huko kwa watoto because ndio iko mingi sana. I've seen it even in our wards. At what point do I see now my baby can be having a kidney problem na amekuwa na diarrhea for so long? Unajua ukikuja hospitali afike mahali ya kuadmitiwa, that baby has been having diarrhea for so long. So as a mother, how do I detect it early kwa mtoto mdogo? They don't talk, they're just looking at it because akishakuwa dehydrated aongei, ako tu kana run fevers, kamenyamaza tu. Unaona kako dehydrated. What is the first sign that I should look for? ndivyo nisiget hapo mahali ya mtoto wangu anakuwa na kidney injury, hiyo kidney issue.
Okay, me, I'd say there are those mothers who just say, I think anaharisha, wacha nimwangalie siku zingine mbili tatu, I see what goes on. You know, the diarrhea and the vomiting, it's common. It's common. We are in Africa. Germs are everywhere. Hatutakosa hizi diarrhea hapa na pale. Not every baby who has diarrhea will get to kidney failure. The issue is, when you saw this diarrhea, what did you do? And how fast did you act? You know? Don't stay at home with a baby who's having diarrhea and vomiting. You're just buying time. Tuone kama after 3 days kama atakuwa amekuwa sawa. And there you are just doing salt water and sugar water. You know, you need always to consult a medical practitioner and of course a licensed facility, because when you go maybe to a government facility or a licensed facility, they are going to tell you the extent at which this dehydration is, because they are always doing some tests to see how the electrolytes are balancing and how everything is working out in the body. When you go to the hospital, they know how to assess and categorize the dehydration. The way you have the no dehydration, some dehydration, all this, and the severe dehydration, they will advise you how to manage each kind of dehydration. So if you're not advised, my people perish due to lack of knowledge, and there you will
Yes.
and there you will be with your baby coming when already this utosi is already down. When you are pinching the skin, it's already taking seconds to go back. You know, the baby has a weak cry. The baby's diaper has no urine. The diaper has no urine. You know, and when you ask the mother, when last did you change this diaper, they can say the whole morning I've not changed this diaper, because since morning until now it's 5 p.m. the baby has not passed urine. That is a sign that the dehydration has already taken us to the kidney failure. So basically, things that happen outside the kidney have more to do with the loss of blood, massive loss of blood, and the massive loss of fluid in your body, to include that of vomiting, diarrhea, and maybe severe burns. So what can happen inside the kidney itself that can cause you to get the PAP kidney failure, the very fast kidney failure? So if you are just walking around during maandamano and someone is carrying a sharp object, and then they just say one term, and then they just hit on your kidney, you know.
One time on my kidney. Yeah.
No, it's just like they are just demonstrating, yeah. They are having sharp objects all over, and then if they poke on your kidney with that sharp object, that is a direct injury to the kidney itself.
Yeah.
You know, it can be something like a jab. If someone jabs you at the kidney, that is a direct injury to the kidney that will make your kidney fail immediately. Also, if someone just hits you with a blunt object at the level of the kidney directly, that's an injury to the kidney. Okay? Also, there are some medications you can be given that go directly and harm the kidney. Or if someone just wants to commit suicide and they take a dose of rat, these pesticides and whatever, those things, hizo dawa za nyanya, they just take, you know, they'll be eliminated through the kidney. So zitapita na hiyo kidney. Before you die, the kidneys first, they are in a problem. That is what we call nephrotoxicity. You're damaging the smallest, you know, sections of the kidney, which make the functions of the kidney now to work. So those are issues that happen like directly to the kidney. Now, talking about things that happen below the level of the kidney, that may include, I think you've heard about gallbladder stones. You've heard about them.
Yes, yes.
So we also have things that are called kidney stones. We have kidney stones. Okay, so kidney stones, they can either be found at the kidneys or at those two ureters, those two tubes. They can even be at the bladder or at the urethra, you know. So when that, the stones, they can be in different sizes, and it's a whole topic altogether, and they are managed differently depending on the size. So if one small stone grows big and it decides to go down, and then it blocks the place where the urine is coming out, that's an obstruction, and that obstruction can cause now a kidney failure in itself, because the kidneys are supposed to work freely without any obstruction, but then here is a big stone that has come at where the urine is supposed to pass. That's an obstruction. Also, we have the tumors. The tumors within, cancer inashikanga kila pahali. It also can affect your urinary structure. So if it happens somewhere below the level of the kidney, it is also a post-renal cause of acute kidney failure, or it's a cause of that CAP kidney failure. Sawa. So that's about the kidney failure that comes very fast, and in all causes, whether ni huko before the kidney, within post, what's supposed to be done is to manage that cause, that which have caused you to have that issue. Kama ni hiyo tumor, tujue vile itaondolewa. Kama ni stone, tujue vile itaondolewa. Na at that same time, you are undergoing dialysis for like 3 days, today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. Then after that, your kidneys will start showing some improvement, but after which you will need a long time follow-up, and you may need to get onto dialysis again if ever you get diabetes, if you get hypertension, and you had been exposed to that kidney failure kitambo. Now your chances are higher. That's why you need to be taught on how you're supposed to live your life after that acute kidney injury. So talking of the chronic, this that comes pole, it is common with the diabetes and the hypertensives. Wale wako na pressure ama wale wako na ugonjwa wa kisukari, shinikizo la damu ama kisukari, pressure na kisukari. So people always know that cancer has stages. We have stage 1, stage 2, stage. Ukisikia mtu ako na cancer unauliza ati iko stage, walisema iko stage 4. Huyo anaenda, Now, with kidney disease, chronic kidney disease, we also have stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, so when you have diabetes and hypertension for a long time, or even for a short time, and you're not managing it very well, you are likely uko hapo stage 2. Sawa? Stage 2 ukienda kuingia stage 3. Stage 3 hata iko na stairs. Stage 3 iko na stage 3A na 3B. But hizo zingine hazina stairs. Ni 1, 2, 3A, 3B, 4, 5.
Hii 3 imepata stairs kwa nini? Ake tuanzishie stage 1.
Sitaki kuoverwhelm watu wangu wa mashinani na mambo mingi. Wajue tu vile tu wanajuanga cancer iko na stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Pia wajue na kidney disease pia iko na hizo stages. Sawa?
Kuna different management kwa stage 1 na kwa stage
4. Of course. Okay. Kuna at some point I had told you only need a kidney that is functioning 70% and above. Sawa? So hizi stages ziko arranged according to tuko percentage ngapi. Huyu mwenye huku kwa nini stage 1 and huyo zake ziko huko kwa 60, 70, huyo ako sawa. Hatuna shida na huyo. Lakini huyu zinaenda zikishuka, huyu ako 50, huyu ako 40, huyu ako 30, huyu ni karibu 0. Tunaenda hivi. Sasa hapo ndio huko kwa stage 4 na stage 5 Ukipewa ni kama mtihani, results zako zitakwambia wewe umepata 15%. Na imagine kwa mtihani badala upate 100% unapata 15%. Hivyo sasa ndio inamaanisha kama uko stage 5.
Wow. Okay.
So now talking about the ones in stage 2, these are our diabetes, our hypertension patients. This is why kidney health safaris, this initiative that we are going out to teach the people, it's because we want to reach those people, the ones who are on stage 2, wakae hapo stage 2. Because and why are they already here? It is because when you have diabetes, what is diabetes? In a simple way, diabetes means you have the high blood sugar, you know. The body is keeping more sugar than you need. So that means kwa system yako kuna tu sukari inatembea tu, inatafuta tu, iko tu, haifai kuwa lakini iko tu. So when it gets to the kidney, it starts inaharibu hiyo kichungi. So we have said that the kidney, it's the one that filters what we need and what we don't need. So that high blood sugar, it just damages that kichungi. It haribus the kichungi of the kidney. So now it damages the normal structure of the kidney. Now you start having issues, okay? That's what the blood sugar does when it's not well controlled. And about the high blood pressure. What is high blood pressure? Blood is supposed to flow freely from the heart to the other arteries and the other veins, sawa? But when it's like you have a pipe iko kwa shamba, you have a pipe and it's going to flow uko kwa dania zako zikimea. But then if someone comes and steps here, if someone steps on this pipe here, what is going to happen? Kama iko connected kwa tank, see that nini, it will shoot, it will burst like this, huh? So that is what happens with high blood pressure and the kidneys. The high blood pressure, it messes up with inside the kidney. There are so many to blood vessels tuko huko ndani, because the kidneys love our blood, inapenda damu mingi ndio iweze kufanya hii kazi mingi yenye inafanya. So it likes a high flow of blood. So when you have high blood pressure that is not well controlled, it's going to mess up those two veins. It's going to mess up with those two arteries and two veins for the kidney. And that's how you find yourself now, you are in stage 2 of kidney failure. And it happens slowly and you cannot avoid it. As long as you are diabetes, as long as you are hypertensive, slowly it happens. It messes with different parts of the body, including the eyes, you know, including every other, the heart, pole too. But it all depends on how you're going to manage your blood pressure or your blood sugar. So when you have this, you're now in stage 2. Okay, so the education that you're going to receive at that stage 2, it will help you not to go to stage 3A. If you are to go stage 3A next month, ukifundishwa vizuri what you're supposed to do, na wewe ufuate. Kuna kufunzwa na kufuata, na kuna kutofunzwa na kuna kutofunzwa, kwa sababu alifaa kukufunza, maybe did not have time to teach you, maybe because of one or two reasons, maybe did not know what exactly they are supposed to teach you to prevent you from going to stage 3A, from stage 3A to 3B, from 3B to 4, from 4 to 5. If they don't know, if there is anything that has made you being taught and you didn't hear, or you were never taught at all, whatever happened, the kidneys don't know. All they know is that they are on a journey of going to 3B and 4 and 5 and damaging you completely.
Wow.
Upon you, the patient, to follow what you are taught, and it's upon you, the healthcare worker, to know what exactly you're supposed to teach with regards to kidney health for that diabetes patient or that hypertensive patient not to progress through these stages very fast. You want them to take 100 years between now and stage 3A if it is possible, you know? Yeah, so you have a question?
Yeah, I've seen these people can only have a conference of to be taught about kidney health. We need to bring you to Kirinyaga, you and your team, to give more details, to have a time, to have checkups, to have talks, have questions to anyone who is a diabetic and hypertensive, to a mom who is diabetic in pregnant or pregnancy or hypertension in pregnancy, and we'll have that day. Then you visit kwa ground mashinani huku, si ndio? I
Yes.
want us to finish up. Tell us, as a normal person, tumesema sisi tuko summer time ya kidney, what do I lifestyle yangu yenye nafaa kukeep ndivyo my kidneys zikae the 70% good in good health, and to anyone who is hypertensive, diabetic, how do they prevent lifestyle yenye wanaweza keep ndivyo keep their kidneys healthy?
Okay. So I think it's a very good start when we go to the Sunday school and we are told about hell, how hell is. We are given that perception of how hell is, you know. So when you're taught about that, you will always want to know, okay, what is the opposite? How can I stay away from this? Yeah. And maybe it is important to tell the viewers that when you're on chronic kidney disease now, if you're in stage 1, 2, and maybe 3A, you can be taught on how you can keep a diet, which we shall be discussing kwa ground nikikuja, or maybe when Carol gives us another show, we're going to talk about specific diet that a diabetic patient can keep so that they don't get to those stages haraka. Then the other alternative, when you get to stage 4, 5, that is called end stage kidney failure. And when you're on end stage kidney failure, you will require some sort of support. That means dialysis. Ile unasikianga kuoshwa damu, that is what you will need to go have your blood removed from one side. It goes to a machine, it is cleaned, it's put back. When it's clean, it's a continuous process for 4 hours, 2 times every week. That's what we call dialysis. It's a very expensive procedure. It's around 10,000 for each 4 hours. So you can imagine when our government had not intervened for paying for dialysis, people used to pay 10,000 for each session twice a week. So you can do the math per year and per month, per month and per year. And you see how many people attend dialysis. People used to die a lot before then because you could only come when you can afford. If you can't afford, you don't come, and that affects your whole body. So the other option you have is to go for kidney transplant, whereby Carol maybe can give me one of her kidneys kwa sababu ako na ile ingine yake inafanya kazi vizuri, anipe yake moja, and then I can be off dialysis and manage with that one yenye amenipea. So that is what we call kidney transplant. But in Kenya currently, you must be related. The law inaruhusu tu the people who are related to give the kidneys within the family. But in other countries, people do it even for umewatch tu kwa news, umesikia huyo, umesikia uishe, wacha tu nimsaidie, you just go and say you're going to volunteer and give. But in Kenya, the law is quite stringent kwa sababu the way Kenyans are, saa ingine utapea mtu figo ukidhania ni biashara, kikiumana sana uanze kusema hata hapo ameniambia nimpatie, hata tulikuwa nipatie 3 million, and now it becomes, they are still weighing out the benefits and the risk. But if people are well educated on why they need to do this, it is something that is life-saving and highly encouraged. So now how you're going to keep your kidneys healthy, you need to take in water ukunywe maji, because when you get to kidney failure utaambiwa hiyo maji ulikuwa umekataa kukunywa, hata usiwahi kunywa. Patients on kidney failure, they don't take water at all. Unakunywanga kachai katot kadogo hivi, ukimeza dawa na mambo yako na maji mnamalizania hapo. Ile maji ulikuwa unakunywa, usikunywe, utakunywa and then itatokea wapi? Hebu tell me. Yes. Yes. People are just when you listen to kidney patients, they just say people are huku nje watu wanakosa kunywa maji, yet mimi saa hizi hata ice cube kuweka kwa mdomo nitaanza kufura kwa mashavu. Even when they eat a small piece of watermelon, they start swelling because that water has no way of coming out. So you take your water 6 to 8 glasses per day. Start early, mapema, hata kabla breakfast. Start taking. You will realize by the end of the day, and especially when you know why you have to do it, I think you can do it with more vigilance. Even if you're in the office, carry your water. Kaa karibu na dispenser. Just take your water, because when you lose your kidney function, you will not get a return to work formula for those kidneys on strike. That one I can tell you for free. Then the ones who like smoking will just cause you to have high blood pressure. High blood pressure will cause you to have kidney failure. Stop smoking and stop taking alcohol. Okay? Alcohol adds no benefit to your health. All those sugars will cause you diabetes, and diabetes will take you through that same path. Sawa? The ones who like taking painkillers for every reason, kindly, it is time to go see your doctor, find out if it's the teeth. Afadhali ungolewe hiyo jino, because eventually utaibembeleza na painkiller, and definitely you will lose that teeth, and you will lose also the kidney, because those painkillers, the brufens and the diclofenacs, you love taking a lot. That's where you're going to end up, because those painkillers, they put you there. There is no drug with no side effects, but paracetamol is a bit safe on the kidneys. And people, when they are given paracetamol, maybe at the government hospital, they feel like hata hizi madawa za general haziniponyangi. They want that dawa that they will take pap and nilale tu vizuri. Nilale tu vizuri. Watu wa Ukambani, they say kalaka tune, kalaka seo. Yeah? Because they are describing the brufen and the meloxicam and the diclofenac, which are available even at the kiosk. Those ones, I say, they will kill that pain, and they will eventually kill you. They will kill the pain, they kill the kidney, and then they kill you. So find out if it's a bone that's having problem. Go see the physiotherapist, andikiwa mazoezi ama ufanye vile utafanyiwa. Kama ni periods, the cramps, please girls, some of these girls are always even having fibroids and they don't know. Mtu anapea mtoto wake paketi ya brufen aendange nayo shule. Ukiwahi sikia uchungu mam, unakunywa hiyo. That is a real testimonial I've found out from women in the mashinani saying, usiniambie brufen ni mbaya. My daughter is in Form 4, and since Form 1, I always give her brufen in packets to go and take while in school to manage her cramps. And that's why we are asking where kidney failure from. Young people wameanza kutoa wapi hizi magonjwa? Shetani yamekuwa namna gani? Please leave the devil out of this. He is very much innocent. It is you who is having health illiteracy. You didn't know, but now you know. From today, if you continue taking the painkillers with no guidance, it is up to you. Our hands are this clean, me and Carol, right? Yes. And also you take enough sleep. You sleep for 6 to 8 hours. Watch movies the whole night, yet you're supposed to work the following morning. A little self-care will do. Yeah, so those are some of and the herbs. Herbs si mbaya, lakini I've never seen an ICU where people are treated with herbs. You know, your daktari wa kienyeji will say, hii yangu ya kibuyu hii imeponya wengi. But in case ikose kukusaidia, ushawahi ona ametengeneza ICU ya herbs, ati ukizidiwa you will be treated there. If there is one herbalist with an ICU, I have no problem with that. But the problem is you take it when you're in stage 3 and 4, but when ukifika stage 5 utamuona huyo herbalist, atakwambia kimbia pale level 5 uangaliliwe vizuri. Hiyo ni kama ni wachawi wa kwenyu. No, 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 no. Keep away the under-researched. I call them under-researched. They are herbs that have been well studied, but these ones za kupimiwa, kila mtu akunywe glass mbili, mtoto glass mbili, babu glass mbili, kila mtu glass mbili. Who said what? Iko na nini ndani? You know? Very simple things, but they are causing us so much mess. Yeah, that's what I can say for now.
Well, me, I have learned a lot. I have learned a lot. And as I say at the show, I hope it saves one person from a lifelong kidney issue.
Yeah.
That it just needed water. It just needed a hypertension check.
Sure.
And keeping your sugars balanced.
Yeah.
God bless you for the message. Kwa wenye wanaekelea shetani, kindly just take some water.
Yeah.
So how do they find you on your socials? How do they find you?
Rose Gitau on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Nas Rose Gitau. Yeah, just inbox there. Yes, and especially these nurses who want to learn more about kidney health. I have a whole program running for nurses who want to learn more about kidney health. It is not a higher diploma course. It is just a social platform where after you purchase the book, you are put on that platform where we keep ongoing lessons, and we also checking, Karo, nimekufunza hii. Now I want to see you at work in Kirinyaga. What are you doing now that you know something more? Yeah, it is just a way of building more nurses to be like more like renal nurses, because kidney health is everybody's business. It's not for wale wamesoma nephrology. I always say it's everybody's business.
So the last question, how do you, for a nurse who is wondering which specialty do I take, what advice would you give them for them to pick renal nursing?
Nipigie debe.
Yeah.
Wow, me, I can just say that it is a very noble specialty, and especially if you're looking at the line of prevent. If you're always passionate about preventing kidney disease, in renal health, you're going to learn about community. It's called community nephrology nursing, a whole unit just dedicated on how you can prevent kidney disease in the community. We learned community nephrology and we learned the dialysis things. So I chose to do the community nephrology, and that's why I'm passionate about preventing kidney disease before it happens. Because yes, the hospital can save your life, but it cannot save your kidneys. By the time you are at the hospital, the kidneys have already failed. So it's at the community you can save your kidney. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Karibu.
Asante sana. So today we're excited to have Nash Rose, and I feel now energized. Sometimes when you started the show, I was wondering what is the end goal, what is the importance of it, but having such nurses who are going to the community and making a difference and making sure they are preventing something, ukikisha kupata, it's a lifelong issue or lifelong medication and treatment. And now I feel energized enough to keep going, making sure you are educated, you have enough knowledge on issues about health. And today we have learned much on kidney health. So kindly repeat again, take some notes, share with a person, connect with Rose, Nash Rose in TikTok, in Facebook, in LinkedIn. If you need a book and you are a health worker interested in knowing about kidney health, kindly inbox her, get that book, learn more, talk to someone. So zingine mtu anaweza kuuliza something about kidneys na huna idea. Now you can go talk to Nash Rose or get the video and share it. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Asante sana.